would like to welcome you to the very first full-day automotive conference of Bird & Bird. The automotive industry is facing substantial changes and facing substantial challenges in the future, all related to connectivity. And we feel that the automotive industry deserves a conference which really deals with these matters.
As you know, I'm here to talk to you today about TTIP and the automotive industry.
What we need to talk to the people outside of this venue. What are the benefits? What are the opportunities that TTIP is providing? And if we come up with the facts and make clear that global trade is something that we can't avoid but take positively and look after the opportunities, then I think we can convince many people that TTIP is a good thing to support. The automotive industry is really at the edge of a new step forward. Connected car is one, electromobility is the other one. Lots of new questions coming around, and therefore it's very important that we have all stakeholders engaging and discussing all the items that are around with the automotive industry and their further development.
Well, it's always good to talk about the challenges which are ahead of us, and talking about Asia, for example, very important. Asia, the growth markets there, and the challenges which come also out of a legal perspective out of this market is very important. Talking about connectivity and all the data issue, which is one of the key issues. Talking about patents and about standardization, who is setting future standards.
We need to join the standardization. We cannot have our own solutions, but we need to make sure that there is enough room for innovation.
The litigation has not yet arrived in the automotive sector. So until now it's all in the electronics, IT sector, but not yet in the automotive. So they are preparing themselves, but I think the major players are taking a look into these legal areas. And you see people attending today, and that shows how much this is an interesting topic for the automotive industry.
A big area is to not sweat the small stuff. So you really need to focus in on what are the most important issues for you in a contract. And that means that the OEM, when it receives your comments on a contract, is not faced with a big markup, they're not faced with a detailed markup. They're looking at what are really the key issues for you. If you don't take the time to explain and train your business partners on these issues and on their contracts, and really hand over the ownership of the contracts to them, then you miss the very first opportunity in that business relationship to make your point.
One topic that happens in practice very often is the supplier's system responsibility as alleged by the OEMs.
The different statements we had were coming from people that obviously understand the business. They are not talking theoretical things. They truly understand the automotive business. So everything that was stated was true. Some things were also new for me, specifically around those standard patents, or something we have to look as a company also more into and understand what potentially would be an impact for us. So overall, for me, a very good event.
I think they really addressed the key topics of the automotive industry that time. We have very interesting speakers in the panel.
The sessions like the struggle of the business models was a really interesting one, which I could, at least for my day-to-day business, I could take a lot of things back for me to implement or to share that with my team.
I think it's important to remind people that connected cars might bring tangible benefits that go even beyond what you find in front of you.
This venue in particular is highly effective in linking colleagues and operators from different layers of the industry, the OEMs, the suppliers, the high-tech players, and this enriches the entire audience because it allows to see the same issue from different angles and discuss about the concerns and what are, let's say, the long-term trajectories for the entire industry.
I think the conference has exceeded our expectations. It was the first time we did it, and but I was really amazed by the input, the new information we were overwhelmed by, and I think it was worth doing it, and there's a good chance that we do it again.